Good morning you guys, it's Karen and I am here to do some more Niod videos. Today I'm talking about this, the low viscosity cleaning ester. And a little confession, I don't understand a lot of the science on the Deciem website, particularly relating to these Niod products that I've been reading. My background, as you know, and qualifications are in healthcare sciences, and some of it is transferable, some of it does relate to ingredients in things and theories, etc. But I think a lot of this is new knowledge and it's not knowledge that I have, and so I can read a lot of it and think, I don't know what that means. So just to let you know that a lot of what I'm buying and reading is on trust, but also some of it makes sense to me. So I'm going to read you the small description about this because there is a lot more information. So it says it's taken an advanced approach to skin purification, unlike the concept of cleansers in skincare today. It's a skin cleaning system that respects dermal barriers whilst regulating visible sebum production, cleaning the skin thoroughly and removing all traces of makeup in a single step. Contains no cleansing plant oils, no detergents and no water, but instead uses isolated sugar and avocado esters to remove every trace of dirt and makeup with or without water. The skin feels completely hydrated after each use. Technologies will actually further act as delivery boosters for topical treatments applied after cleaning. So that's the description. Let me just quickly go through that and tell you what I think of those claims. It's definitely different to any other cleanser I've seen. It's not a micellar water because it doesn't have detergents in it. It is just using, it says plant oils, but it's obviously using some kind of, well, it says isolated sugar and avocado esters is the thing that is removing the makeup. A skin cleaning system that respects dermal barriers. Yes, I would totally agree with that. Looking at the ingredients, it's a very minimal list of ingredients. The only one that I would perhaps have a question mark over is linalool, which is the very last ingredient, so it's not high on the list. But that is one that I have thought I could be sensitive to in the past, and it's one, linalool and limonene are, when I've had products that have had those two ingredients in, it has kind of bothered my eyes or bothered my skin, and so it may be that it was actually limonene all along and not linalool, because I've often found the two together, but just to be aware of that in case you have sensitive skin or in case you find yourself sensitive to it. Dermal barriers whilst regulating visible sebum production. I can see how it will do that because it's not stripping the skin of oils, therefore making your skin produce more. It is respecting that barrier and respecting and not stripping the skin. It says removes all traces of makeup in a single step, and 100% it does. I've seen and used many products, cleansers, makeup removers, eye makeup removers, that claim to remove makeup in one go, and I've never ever found that. When I've even using my Garnier 2-in-1 cleanser, which is an oil and liquid solution, I use that on cotton wool, and it would take probably 3, maybe 4 cotton rounds on each eye to take my makeup off. I've always said it's a lot of work. It does take a lot of time. It's not a lot of work. It is easy to take the makeup off, but it does take a lot of cotton rounds. I was extremely surprised when I used this with a cotton round, when I went over my eye, and I was like, that is it done in one. Now, I did go over it again. I used a total of 3, 1 on each eye, and then I went over each eye with the third one just to get the last little bits, like rub it right into my eyes to get the last little bits of mascara off. But I was amazed that it took everything off with those 3 cotton rounds, because like I said, normally it would take double that. And the same with my face, you know, I went over with 1 cotton pad and then the second one pretty much just got off the remnants of it. So yes, definitely agree with that. You can use this with water if you want. So you could, I don't know how you would quite tip it onto your face. I guess you'd just tip some into the palm of your hand and rub it over your face and really rub it into your eyes like you would a cleansing oil. But I've just been using it with a cotton pad, the way that you would any cleanser. And I love the fact that this is one you can use both ways, because I know from doing that video about micellar waters that a lot of people really like to use water and to rinse something off, and other people like me like to use something you can just use with a cotton pad or a cloth. And it then says the skin feels comfortably hydrated after each use, and that it actually further acts as delivery boosters for topical treatments after cleaning. The only thing is, yes, definitely the skin feels lovely and hydrated after using it, but I did then go in and use a micellar water afterwards. Micellar water or toner, I think you will want to use one of those, because maybe if you've not used it on your eyes, but I think it was just because I'd used it around my eyes, I did get that sort of misty eye feeling from it. I didn't like the feeling of it on my eyes after having taken off my makeup. My skin felt beautiful, but like I said, I just felt like I wanted to take that residue. It felt like there was a residue and I wanted to take it off of my eyes, and so I would use one cotton pad, sweep over my eyes with my micellar water, turn it over, and then just go over the rest of my face. So yes, you could probably leave your face, but it does feel like there's a residue, and a lot of people don't like that. Maybe the dimethyl isosorbide, that is an ingredient that certainly Deciem like to use, and that's a skin conditioner. So I don't know whether that's the ingredient you can feel on the skin. It's an ingredient that's in the advanced 2% retinoid, and I can't remember, there's a couple of other products that I have reviewed that have this dimethyl isosorbide in it, and I think it's an ingredient that I really enjoy. I love the feeling of it, but maybe mixed with the avocado esters, that's why I don't like the residue feeling. I don't know. There's not much more to tell you about it. The ingredients are good, like I said, very minimal ingredients. Maybe be just a slight bit cautious if you have very sensitive skin, as I say, because of the linalool in it, but it is very low on the list. Let me tell you how many ingredients there are though, because low on the list of 100 is different to low on the list of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 or 11 there, so it's about number 10 or 11. Wise, it is £30 for 240 mils. So this is 50 mil, and this came in the set, so the price isn't really applicable. So you would get 5 times this for £30. I think it's a really good price, but it is expensive for a cleanser. It's not an inexpensive product. But you know, Niod have never claimed to be an inexpensive brand, but I think that's quite high for a cleanser that I would go through quickly, because I don't think you'll be able to see it, but let me put my finger where it's up to. That is where it's at, and I have had this for about a week to 2 weeks, and I have used it pretty much every day. It's funny because what I did was I used it for a couple of days, which I always do with things, and then thought, right, okay, I'm ready to give my first impressions review. So I bring it through into here, into my filming room, and leave it on the side so that it's there when I'm ready to do a review and to remind me. But every evening I was like, no, I want to use that to remove my makeup, and I would come back in here and take it back through. So it's literally been going backwards and forwards because I really wanted to use that. Even last night I was like, no, I want to use that. It's so easy to use because although I love my Garnier 2-in-1, I do have to constantly shake that and then flip the lid up, go over my eyes, close the lid, shake it, go over the other eye, close the lid, shake it, go over the other eye. And this one I just tip onto my cotton pad and, like I said, swipe over and pretty much everything is gone. And I can cleanse with that and not immediately have to move on to all of my other steps. You know, like I've said before, my skin can sometimes feel a little bit tight. If I just use this, I would probably go over my eyes with the micellar water, but my skin doesn't feel tight at all. And so I could take my makeup off and get on with many other things before doing my evening skincare routine. So I absolutely love it, but like I said, it's down to there. So this, I would say, if you wear heavy makeup like me every day, this little thing is going to last you a couple of weeks. And so that would mean that's 100 ml a month. So the other one is going to last you, that's not as bad as I thought actually. It's going to last you 2 months, 2 and a bit months if you're wearing very heavy makeup. A lot longer if you don't have as much eye makeup as me to remove. So I guess when you look at it that way, it's not too bad. So yeah, £30 for 240 ml. I won't be buying it immediately when I finish this just because I've many other cleansers to use, and you know, it's quite a lot of money, but it's definitely one I will consider and be very tempted to buy in the future. I would love that to be what I use every day. I could see that being my holy grail cleanser. That's everything. Let us know in the comments if you've used this and what you think, because I know when I showed it in the haul, one lady said that she just couldn't get on with it, but she didn't say why. So I'd be interested to know why people don't like it. I suspect maybe if you try using it with a cotton pad, if you're not used to removing your makeup that way, it may take a bit of getting used to, you know, because I'm more used to doing that than I am washing with water. And also because it does feel, you know, sort of oily and there is a residue. I think that may be something that maybe puts people off. I don't know. Let me know what your experiences have been if you've tried this and if you intend on buying it. And yeah, that's everything. Let me tell you what I've got on. I have got on my Urban Decay Electric palette. This colour is the reason, this green colour is the reason I keep that palette. I just absolutely adore it. And I normally do this look with a really bright purple on the outer eye, but I just wanted a pop of colour. So on the outer eye I've just got, it's the dark purple from the Urban Decay Heat palette. And then on my cheeks is the Max Factor blush in Lavish Mauve. And on my lips is Too Faced Child Star. So necklace, I'll list where I got that from in the description as well, because a lot of people ask. I think it's called Happiness Boutique. Yeah, Happiness Boutique, I think that's what it's called. So that's everything. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you again soon.